I am 107 years old, and I am holding the one thing I swore I would never need. It is a wooden cane, old, worn smooth right here on the handle where my palm has rubbed it down over the years. The varnish is gone. The wood is dark from my skin, from my sweat, from gripping it every single morning just to stand up and walk to the bathroom like a woman who has forgotten how to move the way she once did. I used to look at people who carried these and quietly think, that will never be me. I am too strong, too independent, too busy living my life to slow down like that. Well, here I sit. By a window that lets in light, I barely feel anymore. This room smells like medicine and old wood and something faintly sweet that I think is just time itself settling into the corners. There is a clock on the wall behind me, and it ticks so loud some nights I feel like it is counting down what I have left. But I did not ask you to sit with me today so I could complain about being old. I asked you here to warn you, because that dull ache you feel in your lower back, that stiffness you stretch for 2 seconds and then ignore, that soreness you blame on the mattress or the long day at work or lifting groceries, that is not nothing. That is a message. And the tragedy, the real tragedy, is that most people do not understand that message until 40 or 50 years later, when the body has already made its decision. I know, because I was one of those people. Let me take you back. I was 23, maybe 24, full of energy and stubborn pride. I worked long days, sometimes 2 jobs at once. My feet were always moving, my arms always lifting, carrying, bending, cleaning, organizing, caring for everyone except myself. My back would ache by the afternoon. By night it would burn like someone had pressed a hot iron against my spine. But I would go home, make dinner, clean the kitchen, sit down for 5 minutes, and then do it all again the next day. You know what I told myself? I told myself that pain meant I was doing my duty, that soreness meant I was being strong, that pushing through meant I was being responsible. My husband, God rest him, would say, "You should see a doctor about your back," and I would laugh it off. A sore back? Please, I don't have time for doctors. Rest felt selfish. Stretching felt unnecessary. Taking care of myself felt like something other people had time for. So I ignored every warning sign, every sharp pain. Every morning I woke up stiff and had to roll sideways out of bed because sitting up hurt too much. I kept saying the same thing, it will pass. But it did not pass. It stayed. It moved into my spine like an unwanted guest that refuses to leave. Years went by. The pain became so familiar that I stopped noticing it. The way you stop noticing the ticking of a clock. I adjusted. I bent differently. I avoided certain movements. I stopped sitting on the floor with my grandchildren because getting up became too hard. I never told anyone the real reason. I would just say, "Grandma will watch from the chair." But the truth was my body was already giving up on me, and I was too stubborn to admit it. And then one evening, everything changed. My granddaughter, little Emily, was about 4 years old. She had a toy tea set, tiny cups, tiny plates, a little pink teapot. She spread it all over the living room floor and looked up at me with those bright, curious eyes. "Grandma, come have tea with me." Just 5 simple words. I smiled. I said, "Of course, sweetheart." And I started to kneel down. Halfway to the floor, something in my lower back seized so suddenly and violently that it felt like lightning had struck straight through my spine. The pain was blinding, sharp, electric. My hand shot out to grab the table, and I froze there, half standing, half kneeling, unable to move. The room became incredibly quiet. I could hear the refrigerator humming. I could smell the soup simmering in the kitchen. I could feel the carpet under my knee. And then I heard Emily's small voice. "Grandma, are you okay?" 4 words from a 4-year-old. And in that moment I realized something that broke my heart. I could not sit on that floor. I could not kneel beside her. I could not pour imaginary tea into a tiny plastic cup and pretend to sip it with my granddaughter. My daughter helped me back into my chair. Emily played by herself on the floor. And something inside my chest cracked open that night, because I realized that decades of ignoring my body had not just damaged my back, it had stolen something priceless. The simple ability to sit on the floor with a child I loved. Now I am 107. This cane is with me every day, from the bed to the bathroom, from the bathroom to this chair, from this chair to the kitchen, and back again. This cane carries more than my weight. It carries the weight of every morning I did not stretch, every doctor I never visited, every warning my body gave me that I ignored. Now let me speak to you. Yes, you. If your back hurts today, listen to it. If your body feels stiff, take care of it. Stretch, move, rest when you need to, because your body is whispering to you right now. And one day, that whisper will become a scream. Do not wait until you are 107 years old, sitting in a quiet room with a cane in your hand and a memory of a little girl on the floor who just wanted her grandma to sit beside her. Take care of your body now, while it still bends, while it still listens, because the cane is patient. It will wait for you, but time will not.